What's happening, everybody out there? I am your host, Christian_CFS, and welcome to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. We are about to hit and pop off on this episode 54 in the building. How you doing, Mr. K Camp?
What up, what up, what up, what up? Shalom, I came to my good people, and shalom, I came to my bad people. May you learn to become good. Why? Because we need more good people in this world. So peace be unto you in English. What's up, man? I am doing good. Episode 54, about to knock it out. Training camp is full in effect. How you doing?
Doing good. Can't complain. Just
help anyway.
I think. Well, I did finish like a draft. I had a draft last weekend, and that was actually pretty fun. So.
Oh, that's right. You and your favorite author in Dreadnoughts.
Yep, we had a draft and
rookie draft.
Yes. Oh no! It was auction draft. It was auction. So
why so early? That would have bothered me. That would bother me. Why so G?
So it was good. But your boy is left with like $78 million though.
Kind of. Look, he messed up.
Why you didn't spend it? Why not?
Well,
You're now listening to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. And now your hosts, Christian and Chris. Powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports.
I only had 5 spots available.
Okay.
But there was a certain price tag on certain players that I was going to spend. Like they had Devontae Adams out there.
Mm-hmm.
They had Stephon Diggs. They had Cooper Kupp. They had Mike Evans.
Mm-hmm.
They had another big name out there. They had Mark Andrews. But then there was like, I was only trying to give away, and if people don't understand, like we were talking about reality sports online, the only platform that you are able to do salary cap leagues with the NFL salary and contracts as well. So 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and 4 years. So pretty much I did not get they also had Scary Terry out there too as well. And so like the price tags that I was trying to hit, I was only trying to give 2 year contracts to everybody.
Okay.
But the guys that I was trying to get, they was going for like $30-something million. And I was like, yeah, nah, dog.
Wait a minute. Let's rewind here. So you have 5 spots and you have $78 million left. That means you should have been able to get everybody you wanted. That's what it means to me. Why aren't you just putting, right? You have 78. Why aren't you putting, I don't know, up to $60 million for 1 year on one person? Who cares? It's 1 year. You get the money right back on a person that you really want.
But I didn't want to. So the person I really wanted was Scary Terry.
Okay.
But I had some little boys helping me out. My twins.
Your twins, they was messing with you. You couldn't really focus. You blame it. Zane and Jaden. You can't be blaming my boys. Don't be blaming them because you couldn't put the money down on Scary. You want Scary Terry? How much you want? How long do you want Scary Terry for? 1 year, 2 year, whatever.
I was gonna give him a 4-year deal. We was going back and forth up on 4 years. But you know how you let it get down to like 1, and then you think you clicked it, and then it automatically turned to 0.
You doing so?
Yeah,
you trying to play hot potato at the end with 2 twins.
So I kind of got messed up right there. So, but it's all good.
Lot of money, yeah. I'm like,
well, I got a lot of money, but how this league is, I'd rather be conservative with the money. Because one dude, he didn't even come to the draft because I think he's he's on like up on a boat somewhere. I don't know where. He always goes like
still had it. Go ahead.
So, but you about to say that same thing again. The dude had $198 million to spend up in the auction.
And what did he leave with? 190, 192?
Something like that.
Now,
he about to be hot.
why? Okay, I'm sure y'all voted on the dates.
Those majority roles.
And so he was just like, F it, I can't make it. I'm going on my trip. So what if he quit on y'all? Like, I would quit. You know what I mean? Like, that's annoying. I would be mad. Is he back yet? He ain't back yet, is he?
Nah, he don't get back till like August. I think he's gone for like the whole month. Like he goes.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you know what he does and everything, but
because I don't blame. If he quit, I don't blame him. I mean, I know it's tough to get 12 people on the same page at the same night. I understand that. Let's make it a trip, and you doing it so early. Like you have all of August to pick a date. Like, why are you picking a date where I'm going? I'm out of town for July. I don't understand that. Not my league. Not as in the words of your favorite, not my suckers, not my monkeys. But I would be pissed. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, because he could have cleaned up. Well, and I started off with like 148 million. So I went halfway.
You spent 70. Yeah, Chris, I'm a little disappointed in you there, buddy. Because I know if I left with 78 million, much you try to call me cheap.
Oh, this league. Well, this league, I was trying. There was only 3 players that I really wanted. Really. And 2 of them I was going to get Scary Terry, and then I was going to get Wicks, the wide receiver. So those are 2 guys. But I wasn't about to spend like $30 million on them for like 4 years.
You think Wicks was going to cost that much?
He was about to go up that much up in the league, dog.
Now, is it 30 per year or 30?
30 per year.
Oh, that's crazy. $120 million. That's crazy.
Yes. That's the reason why I was like, I can't do it. Like Scary Terry, I think he went for like 23, 25. But then I was still trying to get it up with him. But
Wick's not gonna pop this year. It's gonna take him. Somebody's gonna have to go for him to get off.
No, I think he's gonna go this year. You want to know who's gonna go? The one that stays injured.
I was gonna say, what's his name? Watson.
Christian Watson's gonna go.
That'll be the one.
Yep.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be Christian Watson. I think they're gonna use him sparingly, just so he stays healthy. Whenever I need you just to clear a route or something like that, like a clear open up, that's when they're going to use him. That's what I think.
That offense is so tough to try to figure out who going to eat. You know what I'm saying? Because they spread the ball around, so you don't know who Jordan Love's go-to person going to be. I imagine last year I thought it was Romeo Doubs. I mean, he had that 2-touchdown game in the playoffs, but I mean, from what I'm hearing, I guess it's what's the other one name? What's the other guy name?
Who? Jaden Reed.
Jaden Reed. He's supposed to be the top dog, but it's hard to tell who's gonna eat in that offense. So I don't know. You think so? You think he's gonna do it?
Yeah, I think Jaden Reed's gonna be the guy. But I wouldn't shock me if. So this could be. So this is what I'm thinking is going to happen. I know they do not play the same positions, but I think Jaden Reed is going to be the Randall Cobb. I think Wicks not on this level, but I think he'll be. Well, you know who I'm about to say. There's only two other wide receivers out there. I don't think he'll be. So I think Romeo Doubs is going to be similar to Devontae Adams. And then Wicks is going to be a poor man's Jordy Nelson. I'm trying to compare him to the 3 stud wide receivers that was actually fully out there. But They all didn't play at the same time, though.
Right.
Oh, wait, hold on. They might have.
I mean, Randall Cobb did for sure.
I know that. I think they all three played together.
They did, but DA was young, and DA
He was like a rookie or a
he
didn't pop into his third year
until Jordy left.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but they were there, I think, at some point at the same time. Right. DA was a young pup.
Yeah, so I'll keep what I said. But yeah, man, that's pretty much what I think is going to end up happening. I know we kind of went up on a tangent, everybody, but we're going to let you know what the episode is about. I know we're 10 minutes into it. So episode is going to end up being about, we're going to do a fantasy question of the day. Then we're going to go to CGP news. Then we're going to talk about the giveaway, and then we're going to dive right into the meat and potatoes of this pod, and that is training camp. Since training camp is upon us, and it's nothing but good stuff. So let's go on and get into it. Man, let me see if I'm a fantasy question of the day. And this is from a listener out there. They DM'd us a question to ask.
Really?
They would like to know, in a keeper league, you have these players that you get to keep. You can either keep Jaylen Hurts, Derrick Henry, Kyren Williams, and then Puka Nacua. You can only keep 3 of those 4. Who are you keeping?
Oh, easy. I'm not keeping Derrick Henry. This is next year, or they keeping him for this year and then beyond, I guess, or for this year coming up.
Just for this year.
Oh shit, Derrick Henry might do some stuff this year. Jaylen Hurts, Derrick Henry, Puka, Kyren. God, that's tough. For 1 year, it's basically for 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I letting go? Ugh.
And people out there up in the comments, man, go and let us know, who would you let go? Who you keeping out of the 3 or out of the 4? Who you keeping?
Puka, Jaylen Hurts. That's tough. I'm not gonna lie, that's tough.
No, it ain't.
You said no, it ain't for 1 year.
Yeah,
for this year only.
Mm-hmm.
I can see all of them doing. I can see all of them being. I can see all 4 of them being productive. I think Kyren Williams will still be productive, even though he got Blake Corum nipping at his heels. As long as Kyren Williams stay healthy, he will be productive. Now, if you get hurt, all bets are off, right? You got Derrick Henry. I don't think Derrick Henry, he might not have the yardage. He might get over 1K yards, but I can see him getting double-digit touchdowns this year. Then you got Puka Nacua. He got some rapport with Matthew Stafford, even though Cooper Kupp, I think he's back healthy, you know what I'm saying? He won't do what he did last year, obviously, but he still be, like I said, be competitive. And then you got Jaylen Hurts, new offensive coordinator, but he still got weapons, I don't know. I don't, because I can see all of them being productive.
You got picks. You got who you letting go now. Come on now.
Gone to my head. Who am I letting go? Oh, I hate to let go. I'm still going to lean Derrick Henry. He was the first one popped in my head. But 11, 12, 10, 12, 11, 12 touchdowns. Man. But that might be all that's all he good for. Derrick Henry, man. I don't know. I guess Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry?
Yeah. He's the first one popped in my head, so I guess Derrick Henry. I want to say Jalen and Kellen Moore do some things this year. I hope, as an Eagles fan. Who do you say? Final answer, Derrick Henry. I love it.
I'm doing Kyren. Yeah. Oh yeah. You already knew that. That dude ain't gonna stay healthy. That dude.
You don't think he's gonna stay healthy?
No. I won't even put my. Dude. We just the last episode we already talked about a Clydesdale. He is not a Clydesdale. He is a racehorse. I got a Clydesdale in Baltimore.
I mean, that's a big Clydesdale. I ain't gonna lie, that's a big boy.
I am going
That's a
to.
big boy.
I'm going
He's 30 though.
I don't care if he was 35. I'm going to feed him the rock.
I'm not. I get why you saying it. I get it. If he, especially he gonna get hurt, yeah.
And I was about to make a bold statement until I seen what the record was, and I was like, "Oh no, he definitely ain't gonna get that."
What record?
The Russian TD record.
Oh, what is it, like 22, 23? Because LaDainian Thompson, right?
28.
22 by LT.
20. Yeah.
Wasn't it LT? Yeah, that's my.
Yeah.
I know my boy LT. He's one of my favorite running backs. Him and
Yeah.
Barry.
Once I saw it, I was like, "Oh yeah, no, he definitely."
Nah, he not getting. He don't do
He-
that. Nah, he ain't getting 20, Christian. He ain't getting. You think he getting?
I was gonna say
What number
18.
you think it was? 18?
I thought it was
I
gonna
don't
be
think he's
like.
getting 18.
I was gonna say I could see him getting 18.
I see max 15. Max 15. I'm gonna give him as a ceiling 15. I don't think he'd be anywhere for 12, 15. I mean 10 to 15. Yeah. I only see 18. I would be shocked. He get 18. 18 touchdowns, 800 yards.
That's a touchdown. Well, not touchdown a game.
That's damn near automatic. It is. I mean, I'm gonna say
Okay.
1 week. He
Yeah,
might have a game where he get 2 touchdowns for sure. Yeah.
Ball on the 1 yard line.
You think
Who they
Kyren
giving the
don't get
ball
hurt.
to?
See, Kyren don't get hurt though. That's why I preface my comment. If Kyren does not get hurt, if Kyren don't get hurt, who you picking? Who you taking out?
Huh?
If Kyren does, you're predicting Kyren gets hurt because he's hurt every year. He's only been in the league 2 years. But if he doesn't get hurt, who you picking?
Oh, I'm still going Henry. I'm still going with the King Dog.
So you still taking out Kyren even though he's healthy all year? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You got to go with your gut, man.
I feel it. Go with your gut. Okay, let's go. Next one.
So-
That was good. That was a very good question by whoever was out there submitted that question because it stumped me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not stumped too often, but it stumped me. That's a tough one. For 1 year, that's a tough one. This year.
So what we getting into next? So we getting into the CGP news, and we're gonna try to keep this to
man, I have
only
no idea.
5 minutes.
Okay, on the
So
clock.
no going on the clock. Only 5 minutes. First person we are going to, and I'm gonna try to make sure that Mr. K Camp does not go down any rabbit hole.
That's me.
So-
I'm the one.
So we're gonna start it off with Mr. Jordan Love. What type of contract is he getting?
Oh man, I heard something crazy this morning or whatever. Well, yesterday talking about he might get hurt 280. That's over Trevor Lawrence. Now, I don't think he should get that, but the market is the market. And if you're gonna pay Dak that, you can pay. I don't know what they're gonna pay Dak, right? But if you're gonna pay Dak there, somewhere around there, you can pay Jordan Love that. It's want a playoff game. I don't know. What he should get and what I think he would get 2 different things. I wouldn't pay him top of the market. I wouldn't pay him Trevor Lawrence. I wouldn't pay him. I would pay him Jared Goff money. I think Jared Goff was around like 53. That would be his kind of barometer on baseline. Jared Goff money. I think Jared probably top 5, but I can't remember what number he is. Might be 7. But yeah, what he deserves and what he would get 2 different things, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I think they actually, like the Green Bay Packers, actually did pretty well. It's a good question. I would give him a slight below Trevor Lawrence, but not by much.
So that's more than Jared Goff then. More or less to give Jared Goff because Goff is less than that.
Oh shoot, I'm giving Jared Goff money then.
Okay. Now see, also one thing you can afford to pay Jordan Love right now because you're not paying no wide receivers, you're not paying no running backs, so you can afford to pay him.
Well,
it don't look crazy.
They are paying a running back.
They paying him $12 million, and after this year, they ain't guaranteed.
He gone.
That ain't right. That ain't even. So okay, we got our answer. We both agree around Jared Goff money. Let me see.
All right, we're gonna go to your boy. What are your thoughts on Mr. Jamar Chase? You paying him this year, or are you gonna try to let him just hold it out?
Talked about this. Look,
Oh, that's why I said, oh, I already know. I ain't get to
look,
comment. So So that's the reason why I'm putting in my 2 cents right now. So
look. I understand I understand he's a rookie. Usually don't pay him until the 5th year. To the 5th, he's just been in the league 3 years. You don't pay him to next year. I get it, but you're gonna pay him more next year if you wait, right? I haven't looked at their cap salary. Somebody told me it's $20 million. Obviously, that's gonna count against his cap this year. That may need somebody else. It's cool. Hey, if you don't pay me this year, go to pay me more next year because I think he's gonna be 1-on-1. That's just that bubble's not gonna burst on him though. You think you're talking about the bubble?
No. So what I'm talking about is I don't think a lot of people understand about the contracts and like how they actually set them up. It does not mean that they are physically getting like clearing out his rookie contract. Like he's still playing up on his rookie contract this year. He's just getting the guaranteed money up front of what he's getting based off that salary, and then the new contract will not hit until after his 5th year.
See,
that's how the contract would be set up. So
that's what I said, but he also said that the signing bonus counts against your salary cap. You're paying him.
Well, you got to have that. Like you got to. Well, it depends on how much you working with. You could do you can finagle the daggone bonus money and everything like that. All the guaranteed money.
I read like it's whatever. So if it's 75 and so it's divided by 5 years, so 15 million will count against the cap this year, which will leave them $5 million. It's how I understand it. Could be wrong. It's how I understand it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But the price tag, like what you said, is just going to go up. But if you can get a deal done this year, then hey, that's good. You can get a deal done.
It's going to be cheaper,
It's
also,
cheaper. It's going to be the CMC deal, similar to.
What's going to be a CMC deal? What do you mean?
Where the Panthers paid him 2 years up in advance before he got to his 5th year. After his and
he gonna get better. He's not gonna be Zeke, who will just fall off every other year. He's still ascending. Back to the quarterback. This is like highest. This is AAV, right? Average per year. So Joe Burrow is 55, Jared Goff is 53, Pat is 52, Herbert's 52, Lamar's 52, Jalen's 51, and Kyle is 46. So just at the AAV, not the overall, I would pay him
46. I give him 46.
That's what I was gonna say 50, 46 to 50. That's what I was gonna say.
I would like to see about the guaranteed money and things like that.
Yeah, so I think the record is 275, which is where Joe Burrow and where Trevor Lawrence is. I'm not giving him 275. I heard somebody say 280. Either yesterday or today he said 280. That's too much. That's 5 minutes that quick. Golly, that's too much. Go to the next one. That's too much. I wouldn't give him that much.
All right, we're going to the next one, man. We said we was only going to spend 5 minutes, and we're going to talk about it. Yeah, man. Hey, 5 minutes go by a little quick, man, whenever you're having fun. We're going to talk about the giveaway, everybody. Man, the clock is still ticking. The giveaway ends this Friday. This is when we're going to end up selecting who has won the NCAA giveaway that we're doing here on the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. The only thing we ask you to do is follow us on all social media links. The links is below, all up on the flyer. And then on top of that, just go in there and sign up on bets on the Better app and use promo code CGP Bets5 up as the promo code, as you see it up on the ticker below. And then just get engaged, man. Get engaged up in the comments and tell us who you're going to play with and then why you're going to use that team. And then you will be entered in to win the NCAA 25 giveaway.
I'm about to do, because I didn't post. You should have tagged me in that, and I would have done it. I need to save it. Let me say this, because I want to go ahead to the next one. Go ahead.
But that is all we got for this segment, and then we going into it with the training camp. The training camp information, and we're going into it. We are going deep analysis. Got some things just to talk about. And like what we said, man, we come into court, man. We are bringing the stats. We're letting you know the reason why we are taking these players, who we're taking, and what are the outcomes going to end up being. So, you want to start it off, or you want me to go?
Go ahead. What's the IG? It's not CFS. What is it? It's
Cerberus.
Cerberus CCR. There it is.
It's right there at the bottom.
I was doing CFS. That's what. Oh, yeah, it is right there at the bottom, clear as day. Go ahead.
Right there, clear at the bottom, clear as day. So some of the guys that I am targeting, up in the rookies when it comes down to it, I'm going to talk about this guy, Mr. Brian Thomas Jr.
Well, not BT.
Yeah,
Talking about him. You heard something in camp, or you just something you got an eye on? Somebody got an eye on.
It's somebody I got an eye on. Somebody got an eye on. The reason why I'm bringing him up is because we do know that Calvin Ridley did end up leaving, and with him leaving, that actually leaves 132 targets left out there for somebody to grab. Mm-hmm. On top of that, that also included Zay Jones whenever he left as well.
He left.
That is another 62 targets out there. So as of right now, that is 194 targets that are up for grabs. Just going to the highest bidder. And we could actually say this too as well. The tight end Evan Ingram ended up doing 100. He had 140 yards. 140 targets. My bad, everybody. 140 targets. But with him having 140 targets, I don't think he's going to have 140 targets.
Won't. No, that was because people were hurt. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had to. He had a choice but to go to him.
Yeah. So with that being said, I think Mr. Brian Thomas Jr. is about to eat.
In his rookie year?
In his rookie year. I'm talking about like
over Christian Kirk?
Well, Christian Kirk, he had 80 targets. So even if we switching it.
He was hurt though. So Christian
I said even if we switching it, even if you give Christian Kirk 132 targets,
mm-hmm.
I don't think Brian Thomas is going to have 80 targets. I think he's going to have more than that. I think I think he'll take 20 from Ingram and then drop Ingram down to 120. That'll give him 100. Then on top of that, Zay Jones had 62 targets. As long as Brian Thomas is healthy, he's going to take at least 20 targets from the 62, which will bump him up to at least 120.
But you're missing somebody, aren't you? Who else they signed? They signed somebody else.
Yeah, they did sign somebody. Oh, Gabe Davis.
Now, we ain't high on Gabe, but Gabe
he
going to get something.
He going to get something. He going to get something.
Okay,
he going to get that Zay Jones target.
Okay, so you try to take Zay Jones target and give it to BT. You can't do that.
Well, I'm not giving all of it. I did.
Okay.
I took it from. I took away 20 targets. What's 20 targets?
Give me Brian Thomas going to have 3 targets.
But you also got to remember too, like we are high up on Trevor Lawrence this year too. So I don't think Trevor is gonna. I think he's gonna have a higher target share. A higher throwing than 500 and then 82.
That seemed like a lot. Is it not? A lot of attempts.
Well, he better get the job done because we got him.
You gonna make me
pull out the calculator. I think personally he's gonna end up bringing them like what the song they say, bring them out.
Hey,
the Jacksonville Jaguars are about to bring them out. But I think this rookie class is going to be really good when it comes to because they all went to good situations. All of them went to good situations.
They did do that.
That's the reason why I said I think I'm high on Brian Thomas Jr. this year for what he can end up doing. I think his numbers would be similar to what Christian Kirk did, but a little bump up. Christian Kirk had only 80 targets on 57 receptions. I think he can do a little bit better than that because he ended up having 788 yards.
Who?
Christian Kirk, but we know he was hurt for 5 games.
Yeah.
With him being hurt for 5 games, I really think Brian Thomas Jr., he can end up doing something similar to that. But
So Trevor had so last year, Trevor had 564 attempts, which took him at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eighth. So you're saying about 580? Okay. I can see it's another 16 more. Is that what you're saying? Telling me? Or you say he's gonna brush 600? Only 2 people had 600 last year. That was Sam Howell and Jared Goff.
I can say I can see him sneaking that. If they want to win, they're gonna have to.
Give me a stat line, projected stat line for Brian Thomas next year. Or that you be like, okay, he had a good year.
Well, that's why I was trying to give it. Like as you was going and giving. So like I said, he'll do similar. So I say he's gonna have at least 112 targets. And then of those 112 targets, I say he catches, let's say he catches 112 receptions. Now I'm just playing. 100. Boy catches anything. He could catch a cold during the summertime.
Right.
I will say I can see him catching like about 75, 80 balls with that 112 targets. With a stat line of like maybe a little bit over 1,000 and like maybe 5 touchdowns.
Okay, I can see that then.
Good for a rookie. Good for a rookie coming in.
Yeah.
Now I don't know who has him out there up in fantasy, but I think that's a good thing for him. But because then I can eventually see him taking over and being that number one.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be that because Christian is getting old and he's shorter. Yeah, he gonna. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And Gabe, we're not high on.
No, I'm not high on Gabe Davis. Nope. He's just another Zay Jones to me. He might be a good best ball player. Like he'll go up and down. He'll get you like
about 2-3 games a season where you're gonna have like 140 yards and 2 tubs. Like where'd this come from?
Yep.
And he'll go back to 4 catches for 42 yards. Like, bro. What you got? What we got next?
Next, I am gonna go with I'm gonna go with the guy that I think he's gonna do big numbers because another guy landed at another great spot. I'm gonna go with he's not a sleeper, but I think he's gonna do something good this year, and I'm talking about Mr. Jermaine Burton.
Go ahead.
Now I could talk about him if you want me to.
No, that's good.
I think he gonna be a lot better than that on MVS. I'll tell you that.
Oh, for sure, because he can catch.
Yeah,
he can catch. But go ahead.
So we're gonna go to Mr. Jermaine Burton, and the reason why we're gonna bring this up is we're gonna give you the stats and everything. So in the offense last year, we had Jamar Chase. You had Tyler Boyd, and you had Mr. T. Higgins. Those were the top contributors when it comes to the targets. Actually, number 2 was Mr. Tyler Boyd with 91 targets on 67 receptions for 600. And dang, that's all? Man, that's all?
Got them studs over there, man. Time for me to get the ball, man. I mean, dang.
No, yeah. Well, Mr. Burton he gonna smash that out the water. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. Because fucking better be out there all year.
Oh, that's what I was going to talk about him right now. Ding, 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 ding. He's in training camp.
Yeah, I saw he has no limit. He's what he said something about contact. Yeah, he contact. What did he say? Something about contact. But yeah, he can.
So
take all the hits now.
So Tyler Boyd had 91 targets, 67 reception last year for 667 yards on 2 touchdowns. I can easily give that to Jermaine Burton. Easily.
Okay. So tell me how many did Jamar Chase have? His targets and catches.
Jamar Chase had in 16 games, he had 141 targets on 100 receptions for 1,216 yards on 7 touchdowns.
Okay, so where do you have Jermaine Burton lining up?
I think he's going to be like the Tyler Boyd, and he
in the slot.
I
don't think so.
Who you think he's going to take T. Higgins' spot?
I think Jamar Chase is going to be in the slot this year. If because this is all about my projection, right? Projecting of Jamar Chase been number one wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I think he played in the slot like 24% of the time. If he can get to like 40, 45% of the time in the slot, like CeeDee Lamb did. We talked about this like a month or so ago. I know Jermaine can play both. I think he's great against zone and great against man. He can play both.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're gonna get Jamar. They want to get Jamar Chase the ball in more advantageous situations. Now they didn't use motion last year, so hopefully they use motion to get a little bit this year. But I'm hearing rumblings of gonna put Jamar Chase in the slot.
And if they do, if you want to know the percentage of, so Jamar Chase actually did play in the slot last year, but it wasn't he wasn't a lot. It was only like 23%.
I said 24. So yeah, okay. Yeah. But we're trying to move that up to like 40, 45.
Okay, so if that's the case, then all you're doing is just taking away 20% of the taps from Tyler Boyd, which is going to Jermaine Burton, because Tyler Boyd was 85.3% in the slot majority. So if you only give him 60% up in the slot, I'm pretty sure the rookie's going to eat on both sides.
So go ahead.
So you got to take away from somebody being up in the slot. Unless you're saying he's going to be in the slot the majority of the time.
Who? Jamar?
Mm-hmm.
Damn near half the time. So I'm saying that he's going to get either he got 140. That's a lie. I know he had that many. He might get another 20. He might get 160. They finna throw the ball. How much? Oh, he was hurt last year. They finna throw the ball 600 times. If Joe Burrow wrist is fine, they finna throw the ball because they ain't got no running game. They got dude and dude. You know, they all right, but they finna dude and dude. They finna throw the ball. And so Jamar's finna eat. I man, and this is part of me could be my heart over my head, a little bit of both. I see Jamar getting 125 plus catches, 125 receptions, 1,800 yards. He might bust 15 touchdowns. We'll be out to see what CeeDee Lamb was last year. Go ahead. Okay. I keep cutting you off.
Okay. Nah, I'm just giving you the perspective. Like, I
think
you hoping he's gonna be in the slot that much?
And I'm hearing it though. It ain't just like I put it on my ass. I heard something a little while ago. Like, okay. And that's what he needs to take that next step, though. That's what Jamar Chase needs to take that next.
He needs to be the all-around wide receiver. Like right now, he's just the outside guy.
He's just the outside guy. And so you see JJ in the slot, just the JJ in the slot, 40+%. I want to say CD was in that bitch like 6 or 7%, something crazy last year.
I got you on that real quick. Hold on.
CD had 135 receptions, 1,700 yards.
He was 58.
He had how many touchdowns did he have? Where did that?
He was 58% up in the slot. CD Lamb
was.
CD.
Damn, that's 60%. And I know JJ's in there like over 40. How many touchdowns did he have last year?
Who? 12.
CD Lamb. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. Because Jamar is more explosive than CD Lamb. I can see him busting 1,800 and getting 15 touchdowns, man. I'm telling you. Why I can't see touchdowns here?
So that is.
Sorry, we went off again. I did. That's on me.
So the next person I'm going to bring up, and you can just jump back in whenever you're ready.
Why I can't see the fucking touchdowns?
So I think. So, like, they've already talked about, I'm just going to say a little bit more about Jermaine Burton. They're already saying that he is going to be the number 3. I think he might have a little competition as well with Charlie Jones. But we will see what ends up happening in camp. But he has to, like, if he wants to play. Like, they was already saying that, like, they can see him getting more than 70 targets up in his first year. So.
Jermaine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. You said Tyler Boyd had 90, so yeah. Yes.
Felt like 80 something, I think, maybe. That we are backing up this year. Another person that I think is going to do astronomical numbers, and that is your boy, Mr. Keon Coleman.
Really? That's what you think? Not astronomical.
Astronomical.
I'm gonna have to ask you to break this down for me. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Astronomical. Let's hear it.
So the first thing, it's sort of similar to, you remember how we thought JJ was going to be that guy whenever he came into the league because
Who? Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how high I am on Keon Coleman this year.
Since when? I ain't never seen her talk about Keon Coleman.
Well, because I ain't got him on my team. I got to try to get assets.
You just like your son over there. You just like your son.
I'm trying to make sure.
There you go.
I can't bring him up. But since I'm bringing him up to the pot, like it's just what I'm thinking about, and he is the only target out there.
The only. Hold up, man.
Yeah, he's the only one.
Only wide receiver target?
Yeah, I'm not talking about Dalton Kincaid.
Okay.
He's gonna get his.
Put some respect on my boy's name. Go ahead.
But the reason I'm bringing this because we know Stephon Diggs is gone.
Yeah,
he's out of there.
Yeah,
and Stephon Diggs leaving, he is also vacating almost similar numbers like what we was talking about with Jacksonville. He had 159 targets on 107 receptions. So 159 targets on 179 receptions. And then on top of that, you have to include Gabe Davis leaving as well. So that's another 78 right there. So a total right there, that is quick math, that is 237 targets that are gone. And I'm not saying that another guy that is sleeper, I think he's going to do pretty good this year. Khalil Shakir, I think he's going to step into that Gabe Davis role this year. So those targets are going to end up swapping a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But so instead of Khalil Shakir, he had 45 receptions. I can see him actually bumping up to the 78 range, maybe a little bit more. But I think he can get that Gabe Davis. But then they picked him. They could have picked Keon up in the first round, but they decided not to. They just knew, hey, I'm going to get a wide receiver. But with him coming in, do I think he is going to do 100? He's going to get 159 targets? No. I think he'll get 100 targets.
Yeah, I can see that.
At least 100.
I can see 100 targets.
And with him getting that, I say similar to like Brian Thomas, I can see him getting like 112, 120 or up in that range. And what he does with the catching it, that's going to be on him. But I can see him getting close to 1,000 yards because Josh Allen's going to have to feed somebody. I know we got Dalton Kincaid over there. He's going to get a bump up too as well. Like Dalton Kincaid numbers last year, he had 90 targets on 73 receptions for 673 yards and then 2 touchdowns. Those touchdowns are going to come up.
Yeah.
Like he going to take some of the Gabe Davis touchdowns. So like maybe he'll get like another 4 or 5, maybe 3, 4 or 5, depending on how they want to use Dalton Kincaid this year. But that's the reason why we're telling y'all to watch them in training camp, just to see what they end up doing, because that's going to show you a lot with which rookies you should be looking into, especially with people about to start doing their rookie draft still, if somebody hasn't done theirs yet. Mm-hmm. It'll give you a lot of intel. But yeah, that's why I'm pretty high on Keon Coleman. But then if you look at where majority of the snaps he played for Stephon Diggs, he played 63% of the snaps out wide and then 35% of the snaps in the slot. So I think they're going to just use him like a Swiss Army knife, like bring him in the slot, just similar to Stephon Diggs. He's not on the level with the Stephon Diggs, but I think he's going to eat because they ain't got nobody to throw the ball to, just like all these other positions.
You don't think Joe Brady gonna take the ball out of Josh's hand a little bit and hand it off more?
I don't think so. Because you got to think about Buffalo. When it comes to Buffalo, they still got to compete with the Patrick Mahomes and everything like out there. So you can run the ball all you want, but if you really understand how Joe Brady's offense, he's more of a pass-heavy type of coordinator than a run first.
Is it? Because if I could have heard the last 6 weeks he started after they let go Dorsey. They ran the ball more, if I'm not mistaken. Or they got the ball in James Cook's hands a little bit more.
They probably got the ball in James Cook's hands more. Maybe those quick little dump offs and everything, how Josh Allen likes to do.
Okay. So you saying by default, he going to eat. What's the stat? Like you missed that line? I said around Brian Thomas. 80,
around
80
Brian
balls,
Thomas.
10, 85 and like 5 touchdowns. That's not bad, though.
Somewhere
That's
around that.
good.
Same thing.
Okay.
I think this is the year of the rookies. I think they can be like 5 or 6 rookies that break 1,000 yards.
I can see that. Yeah,
like easy. Because let's not even talk about. We ain't gonna talk about the other running backs or like the other wide receivers. But Malik Neighbors definitely gonna hit 1,000 as long as he stay healthy. Yeah. Marvin Harrison Jr. is definitely gonna hit 1,000.
Yeah.
Only one that's kind of questioned is Lad McConkey definitely gonna hit 1,000. The boy about to eat out there.
Right at
1,000.
Rome probably won't hit it.
Rome he might not hit it because there's a lot of mouths to feed. But with there's a lot of mouths to feed, they do have the 3rd easiest schedule. So we will see how they like to use everybody when it comes to certain positions. But is there anybody else that you're trying to bring to court? Like I could talk about the guy who you mentioned a little bit ahead of time, and that is your boy, Mr. Xavier Worthy.
I think that Hollywood is going to be the guy this year more than Xavier Worthy. I do think that Xavier is going to eat. I don't know. Let's say he won't get 1,000 yards.
Xavier?
Yeah, because of Hollywood over there. He won't get over 1,000 yards. I think Hollywood can get over 1,000 yards. And you still got the Rashid Rice. I don't know if they'll suspend him this year because they wasn't on the investigation. And if they're not going to do anything until the investigation is done. So he might play all year before they decide to do anything. So that's going to open everything up for Pat, though. I think Hollywood is probably more that guy this year.
I personally think that this team is similar to the team that Pat had whenever he had Tyreek. And not saying that Xavier Worthy is Tyreek, but the complementary team that is built around him. You have Hollywood, who like every single one of their, not everyone. Rashid Rice doesn't have speed like that, but he got enough. But I think as long as all of them can stay healthy, and that's the one big thing about Xavier Worthy is his health. With him being so skinny and everything. But I really think Andy Reid is going to have fun scheming him open.
I agree.
He's going to have fun with him. And with him having fun, he's going to act like he's his little new play toy. Like you about to scheme the mess out of him.
You can't. You won't be able to have 2 safeties over the top because you do that. I'm gonna eat Rashid Rice and kill a trap. And as soon as you bring that one down, here we go over the top.
Because I can put Hollywood both. You got 2 speedsters up on both sides.
4-3.
You got a Hollywood and you got Xavier Worthy.
And even though we don't have to wait for Pacheco run,
the boy got speed too.
He can eat. He had 4-3. So yeah.
So that's why I said I think this rookie class is going to be something special this year. Sort of similar to I forgot what year, like the Odell Beckham one that year.
Who came out with Odell? I can't remember. Jarvis? They came at the same time, right?
I think so.
Who came out that year?
I can't. I know Kelvin Benjamin did the same. Because like all of them had like 1,000. I forgot who else, but I can't think of anybody. There's some other guys that I want to talk about right now, but I ain't going to. We're gonna save that for like a later date. Anybody else that you want to bring to the table that you might, or who you thinking about?
That I'm watching and looking. I mean, it's more of me just want this person to succeed and see how this offense is gonna work. It's really the Seattle Seahawks. I want to see DK Metcalf. I really want to see JSN somehow take a step. It's going to be tough, but I do like that their new OC. He was in Washington. I like that. I think they're going to throw the ball more than what they've done in the past under Pete Carroll. I just hope he uses my boy like he's supposed to. I've been hearing some good things about JSN, so I'm hoping it ain't just all talk and we see it come to fruition. But that's just because I want to share JSN, and so I think he's talented. He's just in a terrible situation, and so I know you got Geno, but Geno can be serviceable though. So I think they're gonna throw the ball more as opposed to previous years.
Okay. All righty then.
Oh, I also heard like they might try putting DK in the slot too. So we'll see.
Now he finally run another route, it seems.
Finally. We'll see. I mean, but I if I got your boy who was a slot, I almost said God, but who's a slot genius already, I think, because he's a hell of a route runner, JSN. I don't need to put DK in the slot, really. I got my slot guy. But DK is more explosive. But he's not as crisp on the routes.
Yep. But just a little recap of what we talked about during this episode. We brought the question of the day, which is which out of the four guys, who would you end up keeping? Would you keep Jaylen Hurts? Would you keep Kyren Williams? Would you keep Derrick Henry? And would you keep Puka Nacua? Which one of those four would you keep? You only can keep 3 of them. Leave it down there up in the comments. Then we also talked about the giveaway. Please sign up for the giveaway. We are giving away 2 NCAA games and then 1 mystery game. So that is what we are doing. And then we talked about the rookies that we're going to have our eye on. And we brought some, like we said, we was going to court. Mr. Brian Thomas, I think he is going to do exceptional this year. Also, another person who we brought up this year, we brought up Mr. Keon Coleman. Then we brought up Mr. Jermaine Burton as well. And then for what they like to say out there for like little spits and giggles, we brought up Xavier Worthy, and who was the last guy you talked about?
Oh, I said
JSN. So those are some of the guys who we're going to be watching heavily. There are other guys out there who we will be watching, and we're going to try to see who the camp battles are. But I think, any last words, Mr. K Camp?
Hey. Episode 54 in the books. We thank y'all for coming out. We know you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, and we appreciate that. Spread love, not hate.
Spread love, not hate. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Please do.
Thanks for checking out another episode of Cerberus Gridiron Podcast, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode.